everybody, and welcome back to the BTS Summer Cup. We are back with Game 3 between LeftOneTV and Vega Squadron. Everything to play for. Whoever wins this will go through to Phase 2. And if they manage to get through to Phase 3 and then they manage to win, they'll be going to the Summit 9 as a direct invite. And I mean, what a hell of a series it's already been, Lizard.
It's been one of the best series so far, definitely. The Invoker in the second game, the performance from both teams in the first game, just stellar best of 3, really nice. I'm enjoying myself a lot, but we're not gonna see that Pudge again, we're not gonna see that Clock again, and we won't see that Crystal Maiden. It feels bad, man. Like, these heroes, they're just fun to watch. At least the Pudge and the Crystal Maiden and the Clock and the Chen. Why are they banning
you're just listing everything. We get it.
Why are they banning
Why are
the
bans in competitive play, Liz? Why
are there any bans? Let's just give them all pick and get on with it, man.
Pretty sure like there's a good chance Cube would be like a TI winner because of his Pudge, if that was the case.
Interesting that Vega is banning Tiny though. Like, I can't remember if LeftOne even plays it that much. Like, Eskil can play it, Cube can play it on 4 as well. I think he practiced it at some point, but
it's got to be to do with what they want to pick. Maybe they're going for some sort of squishy core, like a Wind Ranger, for example. But they do pick up the Brew, which is LeftOneTV. They've had it the previous 2 games.
Yeah, so they ban out the Pudge and the Clock, and they take the Brew for themselves. So I guess they realized how much. I mean, in the first game, they didn't mind the Brew, so they let them take it the second game. But in the second game, it did a lot more, so they take it away. And they have Mag, like, he plays mean Brew. They can take it too. Like, it's or it's position 4 Brew.
I was waiting for you. I was with you on that one. You know, maybe we're gonna see Slayer Brewmaster.
Brewmaster. Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, the Shaman comes out again.
Are we gonna see Invoker again then? Like, it's man, like that Shadow Shaman, he did all right, honestly. Like, I expected that lane to be complete disaster for them, but it's not only the Shaman. In all honesty, they were a bit sloppy on that lane, so it's not only him that did all the work. Like, they kind of took things too far when they shouldn't have, and they just go first pick Invoker. Yeah, they don't want to. All right. Well, I mean,
I was gonna say like maybe, because here's the thing: if they pick someone else that sets up the Invoker, it's gonna get banned. But at the same time, this is very ballsy. Picking an Invoker second pick.
I mean, he's gonna get countered. Like, you have to play around that now. Like, and I mean, the last game, Invoker wasn't last pick either, so they had they had time to think about their last pick, and they picked a DK. And I guess they assume that he's going to be able to pressure them so hard that Invoker will not come online. But they bought enough time for this Invoker to get his Midas, to get his Aghanims, and to just roll out of control. So, I don't know. What can they do this time? Maybe get something that crushes him harder on the lane.
Well, that's not a bad pick against Invoker. Like, BKB is not going to help you now.
Yeah, it's not really... It's not really your mid counter, but overall it works well versus Invoker in the game. Last game he had Yule, so I suspect he's gonna do the same here. It's a decent way of getting rid of the silence as well. So far, Vega Squadron are already preparing for this Invoker. They do not want to be soloed by this guy again. I'm not taking anything away from Vaga or Cube or anyone else. They all played well, but they were all basically just creating space for Storm. And I think he's one of those guys that has like 2,000 games on Invoker. So you kind of, even if you counter this guy, the thing is, even if you put everything against him, like, he's still gonna know how to play his hero because he played all the living matchups. You know, like, he played every single matchup there is. He played versus 90% of the combinations that can be drafted against him because he played so many games on this Invoker. So no matter what you pick, he's still gonna find ways of dealing with it. Now the question is just how hard are they gonna pressure him, and if his team is gonna do enough.
So basically, to sum that up for you guys, Lizard likes to look at Stormstormer as his budget miracle for the Invoker players, which is fair. Like, this is probably Stormstormer's most renowned hero. Like, if you think Stormstormer, you think Invoker. I get like most of these heroes have that, right? Cupid's Pudge. I guess Wagga. I go with TA typically is the one that comes to mind for a lot of people.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, Vaga has been around a bit longer, so you can't really.
Yeah, he's got more
Sign one
flexibility in
hero
that.
to
But
him.
like, if
Yeah,
you had one this at the pinnacle,
yeah, most likely the one that he spammed a lot and that he's popular with because of his 24-hour TA streams. So yeah, but overall, you don't like there's Pudge and there's Storm, and that's it. I mean, Pudge and Invoker, those two, like they have like 4,000 games or something, just the two of them on these two heroes. If you give them those heroes, they're gonna do a lot. Well,
must
they
feel
did ban
weird
out
for
that
Dendy though.
TA, and
Like-
they did ban out that PL.
That's interesting. Well, I mean, they want to secure the lane for Invoker, right? Like, if you're gonna pick this early, you want to enable it, and that's pretty much what they're doing here, right? Like, Chen could maybe try and aggress you occasionally in the mid lane. On top of that, yeah, Templar Assassin probably the most common counter to Invoker picks.
PL is very decent on the lane as well, so that would have been a decent pick versus him too. There are ways of dealing with him, but he's good as well. And you ban out that PL, you get the Lifestealer. It's a nice Lifestealer game. He's decent. He's good versus Brew on the lane, and then you have the. I mean, Silencer kinda messes with him with the global silence, but you can itemize against it.
I'm
I don't see.
having flashbacks to the first game, Lifestealer, Brewmaster, and the roles have been reversed this time.
Yeah, the roles have been reversed, but at the same time, this game you have the Silencer, so it's very unlikely that he's gonna be able to go like the same way he itemized the last game. You know, like I mean, not him. The way Palantimos itemized the first game is because he could. He didn't really have much he had to worry about, so he could itemize any way he wanted to. While this Lifestealer, he already has to worry about this global silence. He can't really be. You know, like he can't go the same way like Armored Desolator, whatever, Daedalus. Because if he gets caught in a global, he can just die from that. And he has to be a bit more cautious.
It's also depending on how much pressure they put there. Like, you're going to have to probably sacrifice some of your ability to farm just to cover Invoker. Because we talked last game, even if it wasn't the way they were playing, typically when you have an Invoker in your team, you play in a way that it's kind of like an anti-mage for the mid, if that makes sense. It's 4 protect 1. It's a little bit looser than anti-mage, right? You don't have to actively sit in his lane, but you know the whole idea is you commit so that he does well. And wow!
The tree is back.
I mean, I feel like the only region that's really given this enough respect is CIS, right? Like, especially Fly the Moon, which is now Windstrike, but now Vega picking it up. This hero is pretty damn scary.
I think Wind and Rain as well, right? They were picking him.
They picked, yeah, I think they picked him twice.
Actually, it was, they and Blinkpool was picking it with the Magnus combination.
Because I think we covered that one. They had the Magnus plus Trim with the Empower on Trim, and they killed off a Bloodseeker in lane every time.
Yeah, those Magnus Trim, that combination was sick. So much damage, 120 damage base damage support coming through, man. Just hitting you for half of your HP, Mega Monkas. That was just, oh my god, that was hard to deal with. At the same time, we have an Earthshaker pick.
Responsive the Queen, which is understandable because typically your Earthshaker might, like, this is one of those, there's a few heroes I'd kind of tick a box as can gank mid. And I'd say Earthshaker is one of them. Like, it's awkward, more awkward than Tusk with the positioning. But at the same time, like, Queen of Pain with the talents has so much relevance in the late game compared to where it was always just, transitioned as a right-click build. They buffed her up pretty hard with that Scream of Pain fear.
I usually like Queen of Pain versus Invoker on this lane, definitely. But at the same time, I like playing Queen of Pain once I have something tanky that can wrap around and just tank the tower while I'm killing the Invoker as Quap. What I don't see here is that hero. Yeah, you have this tank. You have the tanky Treant Protector, but it's not really the hero that ganks mid fairly well. You always want to be. You can gank mid. There are ways. You can buy branches to have your, to have
to make a bridge between the two forests.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even the invis. It's about that initial stun that you deal. The root. The initial root is so important. So overall, as a Treant, you don't really enjoy ganking mid, and that's why this Queen of Pain is kind of she can pressure him hard, but is she gonna be able to solo him? But because if they're 1-on-1, it can go either way. But with the armor, with the living armor, at least it can prevail in Queen of Pain's favor, definitely. And the Luna, all right. So we have again a late game potential from Vega Squadron. They can push, they can go late as well. I just wonder, this has to be for Earthshaker, right? Just a for Earthshaker.
There's no way. Like, we have seen Cute play a decent amount of Earthshaker. It is becoming one of his more known heroes, you know? Like, everyone just knows Pudge because it always gets banned against him, which means, you know, you have to learn other heroes. And Earthshaker is one of the ones he does on time go to.
Yeah, so it's not really a hero that's really good at this dual meta, right? The 2-1-2 lanes, because usually what he would do is he would block that wave and just give you an advantage. So in that aspect, so what they can go for perhaps is something like some offlaner that's actually greedy and is not looking to contest the enemy carry, but to farm as well under the tower. So I wonder. Nothing really comes to my mind. I mean, there's like a combo with Invoker and Earthshaker. Some darks here would have been good, but overall, it's not perfect either. It's good versus the armor.
Kind of in a scenario where you can't even go to the offlane to help out, because Silence is very likely to be with Luna. And that buff Luna Blessing, on top of the fact you're throwing out glaives, good luck. I don't know if Shaker has a hard time getting into Ras anyway. That's going to be impossible.
Yeah, their offlane is already looking quite hard. Like, it's already... I mean, as soon as they pick this Shaker, it started looking hard. They could perhaps roll the Shaker plus Lifestealer safe lane, because Lifestealer can have a good time versus Brew, but then if Treant is there, you're going to get crushed. So it's going to be SS and LS on the safe lane for them, and Earthshaker plus what? What do you guys need? What do you want? What does Eskel play here?
You know, I wouldn't mind seeing an offlane Earthshaker. I just feel like that's not coming back, though. Like, one, it's not a hero Eskel's known for. Two, it just has this really awkward scenario where... Okay, right. There you go. Like, this maybe works out a bit better, because obviously you can use the sticky napalms, and then when they try and run away, you can block them out with the fissures.
Yeah, it's not so bad. Like, it's the probably the best idea they could have come up with. They took their time. It was the last second pick, so they kind of cornered themselves with this draft. They weren't certain what they needed, but overall I like it. Like, it's good versus the position 4 Treant as well, because you can take down those armor stacks fast.
Also get rid of the trees. Yeah, ignore their spam. They like to they're very happy about these drafts, both teams.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shut up every time they start spamming, because I can't hear myself. I don't want to mute people, so... Like,
I assume they're going to match Zayat's up against Eskil, just because if he keeps spamming out the napalm, you've got Arcane Curse just stacking on him again and again, so...
Yeah, like Silencer plus Luna, they can deal fairly well with... Well, they can deal fairly well with the bat, but if Cube is around, if there's a fissure that makes this Bat Rider come close enough, so if he's able to get on top of Silencer, it's super hard for him to get away if he has few stacks on him. Same goes for Luna. They're not really the heroes that have the best base rotation speed. What do you call it? Like the base turn rate. Exactly. Yeah, so rotation speed. Wow.
Rotation speed works too. You know, we can come up with like several different sayings if you want. You know, like ambush and gank. They're good.
Ambushing instead of ganking. Rotation speed.
I'm setting a new trend. And they might try and set a new trend here. Let's see if this Treant, because I think that's the most interesting pick here. Let's see if the Treant pick pays off.
Treant with Stout, they're pinging him out. They actually paused with this Sunstrike, so they're able to, like, all right, here's the tree. I wonder if they see everyone else, but they might have seen Luna and Queen of Pain. I mean,
they do. F2, and then you can see them all.
Yeah, they see them.
That's a lot of scouting. They didn't quite catch Mag as well.
All right, you God damn it! Remember what happened in Berlin? What happens when Berlin stays in Berlin?
But, you don't want to share that one?
I mean, wait, I need to fix this.
He done a whole, so we done like half a day of casting, and he didn't have kept accidentally hitting fog vision for one team, so he couldn't see what the other team was doing, and he was trying to analyze fights. It was heroic to watch. It was very heroic.
I'm kind of in the same position right now.
F1. Press F1.
No, it doesn't work because the
Oh, that's it, because you keybinds. Yeah, he keeps changing his keybinds. It's his own fault. We'll let him suffer while we see what happens at the start of this. Because I think he's going to be going for an early gank on the mid lane. See, if this feels like a smart move, right? So you're anticipating Denny's probably going to level into the Shadow Strike, and then if he lowers himself into the river, you can get that kill.
Yeah, definitely.
And I don't think either team saw each other with that ward placement.
Yeah, these wards, like, I mean, the dive ward is kind of harder to drop because you don't have trees around, but the Radiant one is kind of easier.
I think Dendi saw him. He pinged it.
Mm.
I mean, he dropped his just before Hovity did. I assume he did. We'll find out shortly anyway. I think it's kind of like that awkward thing. Like the big difference here is the ancient camp, because you can just sit there and then place a ward down safely without being seen. Which is what a lot of people do if they think they're going to arrive late to the mid lane for the warding. You resolved your vision issue.
I'm fixing it. I'm working on it.
The hums, the deep thinking hums are a giveaway.
I'm working on it, man. It's the treant hitting this poor Rasta.
Fear is stumps, you know? That's the power of a treant. And the worst part is, like, I like what he's doing as well. He was staying next to the trees, so you can't even look to shackle him, because then you have to commit a sentry to try and kill him in the middle of nowhere.
As soon as he drops the sentry, he's probably gonna get eaten anyway. Zayas is ready with his sentry too. This isn't actually a position 4 treant. I mean, I don't know, but Slayer is playing. He's usually the position 4 player, and he's playing the silencer, so we'll see which one of them buys all the items.
I mean, I thought we might see us at that Nully start with Sins from Assumed Silencers. It feels like it's decent here against Eskil. Would be able to harass him out very easily.
Yeah, the no talisman starts would be good, especially with Luna Zaura, but at the same time, you really want those sticks as fast as possible versus that, so they're kind of come in handy to this lane as well.
Meanwhile, look at the start of this. Dendi's doing really well already. I mean, we saw this from Stormstormer before. He suffered in the first few waves. Then he had a lead, but then he started to bounce back. But this is the type of hero that has a huge spike where he can kill you when he reaches 6. Pretty easily, in fact. This is kind of the issues we just saw. Like, Slayer, he has leveled the Arcane Curse at the start of the game, which means Eskil always has to break off from spamming sticky napalms.
Yeah, he has to stop that. But Cube is here, so if they get a good fissure off, if they get a good fissure block right now.
There we go. Plantamous held in place. Eskil has got the Firefly available, but gets silenced up.
Yeah, just way too much damage. Just level 2 silencer right now with the last words. He can't really follow up on that. Even if he uses the Firefly, he's slowed, so he can't really catch up. Nice try with the fissure block. It was a nice fissure block, but overall just wasn't good enough.
Stormstorm already starting to suffer. I had to use the salve already. And it's just casual harassment. This is the power of Queen of Pain. This hero probably was one of my most hated heroes for a long time to face off against, because Shadow Strike, it's like I just have to click on you once, and then suddenly you're harassed for like 15 seconds.
Just one single little dagger, and Storm has to back out. Yeah, I mean, once he gets a few more in Quas, like, yeah, he instantly gets 2 points in Quas, so it's kind of easier, let's say, but still not great. And if they didn't go for living armor, so yeah, usually what we see from these treants, they go and max out leech seeds so that they can pressure the lane a bit harder. But maybe if he went for that armor, it would allow Dandy to dive mid. But Stormstormer is pressured, as is already. He's forced to buy his second or third salve even so. And he's only 5-3 versus 18-12. Dandy, man, like...
This is a scary lead. Like, the last one, like, okay, he's a bit ahead, but XP is still doing well. But now Dandy is starting to get decent level gain over Stormstormer, and we're only 3 minutes in.
I have a feeling that...
Shackle bot lane, sides. A little bit of trouble here. Can he get invis in time? Trying to move away, needs to break vision, but he can't. Wagger gets the final slap.
Yeah, they had that sentry. They had that sentry there as well, so it was... Even if he went invis, he had to keep on dodging them until he was out of range. So, well played by both Rasta and Nyx, getting another kill. Like, these two heroes, you don't really expect them to be winning this lane.
I mean, it was looking a little bit grim. With the leech seed as well, they kept forcing Wagga to use defensive rages.
Yeah, like, Panda has more denies than nice.
They got a clap. They'll slow him down. Hovedy, vengeance did not take long.
So, as soon as you step out, just a little bit out of your boundaries as... Oh, mid lane, Dandy. Super low. One more hit.
Oh, no. He's got the stick. He'll back away. Cube. He already used the fissure. He can't get the kill on Dandy. So, we kind of forgotten about this lane. I was watching Stormstormer's health. We didn't expect him to make a move like that. But Dandy forced to go back to base. And that means Stormstormer can catch up in terms of XP.
That was just a great play by... I mean, yeah, Dandy survived, but... He's forced to go back, and Invoker is gonna get a little bit of breathing space on mid. He's gonna get some farm at least. He's been completely crushed so far, at least. And I have a feeling like Dandy's taking this a little bit personally. You're playing Invoker versus him, you know? Like it used to be one of his comfort heroes, right? And
yeah, he was the original go-to guy. But you know, times have changed, right?
When I was a kid 10 years ago.
When I was just a boy, there was this miraculous Invoker player called Dendy. Very good on Pudge too, but once again, not the hero, not the player to look at this game for Pudge.
They're the ones banning Pudge, so
I must like hurt Dendy to the core in some weird way. It's like this just doesn't feel right. And
yeah, it definitely does.
Speaking of things being hurt, like look at the bot lane. It's begun. I wondered how long it would be before they start cutting all the trees.
Yeah, they cut out everything on the left side, but at least he has the right side to play with. Oh, no.
Mid lane, Fissure comes out. Slayer may be in a little bit of trouble here, but they decide against it. Dendy did get 6, which means Sonic Wave is available to him. They were getting ready to go, though. As soon as you see that 6, you just have to turn around. So that's like 2 trees left to work with here. This is a sad, sad treeing game.
It's not really great for me. He just
goes out to Fissure. They can hold him in place. They want it. The clap comes out. Hovedy will turn around, use the shackles. Zayas is healing up because the leech seed. Oh, he's the Sunstrike. It's not enough. They'll get the kill, and Zayas should be able to move away. They got the sentry down, but they haven't got any way of slowing down the Fissure. Just the tip, but it doesn't cut him off. Zayas is going to move away. He'll be able to get out of range of the sentry as well. He will live.
Yeah, like that level 2 leech seed just kept him alive here. That's basically why he's... I mean, he has the stout shielded, but look at that amount of healing that he gets from leech seed.
People underestimate it.
Yeah, they thought they would get him definitely because of the Sunstrike as well and the shackles. It was all on point, but yep, just the level 2 leech seed rescues him this time.
And while that's happening, we did see Dendy try to kill off Stormstormer. He couldn't get him in time, but he did force him to TP back to base, which is more space created for Dendy to just farm up.
Yeah, he's kind of coming back with his Invoker. He's been pressured really hard on mid, but overall, yeah, he's kind of catching up with CS. Only 10 CS behind right now. And yeah, he's getting his levels. It's not great. He's still a full level behind of Quap, but overall, yeah, you're kind of supposed to... On bottom lane, though, Mag.
He's gone. Can he get away? It's going to be close, but Sunstrike just a little bit too soon. Mag actually gets away. Phase boost, man. You can't underestimate it. Comes in. Oh no, they get Hovedy. I mean, in fairness, this is probably the easiest kill for him to find. So I'm kind of... It's not really surprised they've turned onto him. Shaman is the easy kickoff.
A poor Shadow Shaman without boots or anything like that, just moving, trying to ward.
Wow, top. They get so aggressive here. I mean, Slayer has to be careful. He had tower aggro, but this lane is not going how he intended. He's like, I'm against a short-range hero. This should be simple. But we said already about that Arcane Curse and how much work it does. It's just absurd.
Is something gonna happen mid though? Zayas did, as we said, it's not easy lane to go.
Can't move across in time. Dendy jumps in. The cold snap hits him. He's in an ice wall as well. He just blinked forward. 12-second cooldown. Mag is here as well, but he doesn't have the split.
Top lane, Pat.
Jump in, looking for him. The Eclipse won't catch him, but Slayer will, and gets himself some hard-earned intelligence for living, barely.
Yeah, all right, so they didn't get Invoker on mid, but at the same time they made a rotation. I mean, not really a rotation. They just continued this aggressive movement on top, and they got the bats. So overall, kind of fine for them. And there's Invis on Quap now. So there's no mana on Invoker. Like, he could even solo him, I fear, right now.
Shadow Striked up, moving in. Zayas is on his way across as well. Stormstormer needs to be careful. The Sonic Wave, just to ensure they don't have to waste extra time on the skill.
Good guys, that's not taking that last hit. I would have taken that so hard.
Meanwhile, bot, Mag, needs to be careful. Hobity moving across now. Needs to get in range for the shackles. It's going to be a close call, but Mag just trying to juke him out. Does have the phase moves coming off cooldown.
Again.
Run! Run, little man. The open wounds is on cooldown for 12 seconds, but Waga's just as quick with his own phase. This is going to be a long chase. He actually should be dead. Open wounds is coming off cooldown.
He could actually survive.
Sunstrike.
Right
Mag. Oh, no, he gets him. He turned to the side at the last moment there.
If he dodged that Sunstrike, I think Treant would have saved him.
For the body blocks.
Yeah, and just hitting the Nikes, he would have rooted him. Just enough time for Panda to run away. And it was very greedy from Vaga to not use Infest. I think he had enough damage if he infested there, right?
Like, I think so, but meanwhile, top Slayer got a little bit greedy here. Plantimos moving across. Esco needs to leave. That's a wasted lasso, though. Or is it? Sunstrike? Slayer. He lives. The stick keeps him alive. Oh, wait. No, will it? Cube. Can Cube do this?
Cube moving in.
Scan.
Cube
The scan.
Scan.
Cube. He knows.
Let's go, Cube.
Slayer panic. Fissure gets him.
Nice. 300 gold going the way of this Earthshaker. And he's actually already on almost 1400 gold. So rushing that dagger. And unless he dies here, it should be...
He's playing a little game of cat and mouse here with Plantimos.
Yeah, it's a decent timing for the dagger. Like I like 1600 gold right now, so I expect in a couple of minutes.
In trouble, Rude could not TP out. He'd bring the silencer down. He wanted to feel smarter. Okay, so he got himself another +2.
Just another casual +2.
It's a bad lesson to children, isn't it? You can get smarter by killing people. Oh, okay. So school is a lie. Just murder people.
Just murder people, run around. Yeah, that's what this game tells you, basically. That's true. We have Zats mid, but they pinged him out. They know what's happening, so...
Might get the snipe. No, he's a little bit too late. Things come out, though. Like you said, they knew. I think they glimpsed him that...
Yeah, they saw him. They saw him. If he walks in there, like if he walks in that sentry and they're around, they could get him.
Ball comes out. Dendy moves forward. He's got a DD as well. Stormstorm a little bit trying to get Leashy in time, but Dendy, Sonic way through, cleans up Stormstorm and Cube. He's a little bit too close now. He may be in trouble as well. The route to hold him in place with the overgrowth, the scream will clean him up. Dendy gets a double kill. DD's, man.
It was a nice fissure. He tried to save him, but I like the idea from Invoker as well. He went into Meatball and just fall back, but the same moment he Meatballed, he just got crushed. So, unfortunate. He did try to outpush the lane and fall back. So the idea was right, but the execution was just a bit too slow. Or he just got punished by the Treant. So
they're a little bit mad. Esco just starts stealing the stacks. So I don't know if they're going to look for a ward because they're pinging as if there was a ward there. But Batroid are pretty sneaky. Well, bot lane. Moose comes out. Mag has to split though. He can use it whenever he wants and he will throw it out because Wag already used the rage. He'll chase across the Hobity.
Oh,
and we'll clean him up. And while that's happening, Luna dies in the top lane. They're chasing for more Dendy. He blinked forward for this. You have got the lasso available on Esco. He needs to use it right now. He gets him just in time as he's about to blink. Global silence used, which means they can't follow it up at all. Dendy should be able to move away. Does blink to safety. And while that's happening in the bot lane, they find a kill on the Wag.
Yeah, I kind of expected them to start with that global on the Nikes, but it was good. They baited him. They made him use his spells. They made him use his rage. And after that, they prevented him from using it another time just by global silencing him and yeah, not using Infest there as well. So global silence proving to be pretty strong versus the Snipe right now. I wonder if he's gonna how he's gonna itemize this. Some people like to, I mean, BKB is out of an option, but Manta is kind of alright, I suppose.
Manta's great if you're doing the Radiance build, otherwise it feels a little bit futile. And Zayats, they see him, Sunstrike, not enough though. And they do just give away where the center is.
Overall, Manta is really good this game regardless. Even without global silence, you still need something to deal with this pesky Treant. Like, and Manta is probably one of the best ways to get out of his roots. So, I guess I suppose Manta is good here. I'm just wondering when.
I kind of agree for the stats. Like, if it wasn't your core, say it was someone who was an offlane, a Lotus Orb would have felt great this game. But yeah, it's just, you can't really go Lotus Orb, not on a Lifestealer. It doesn't feel right. You need to actually get some damage out of whatever you're itemizing.
And we have a Blink. Blink Shaker.
Okay, he's picked it up.
1320, yeah.
That's decent here. But he hasn't, didn't get the Arcanes, didn't get a 1, didn't get anything else. He just fully committed.
Yeah. They are pinging out the Treant again. They had that sentry and the high ground ward, so they did see him. Rasta is running in. But He is there, but he's just not on the sentry. So they know he's around, but they can't really do anything about it.
It doesn't matter where.
There is the dust. There is the dust, though. He might just random dust this.
Yep, he does. Zayat gets found, shackled on the spot, and he'll fall.
Yeah,
He tried. He tried. That's kind of the interesting thing is Overgrowth. You can kind of throw it out. If you think you're going to escape there, it's kind of worth it. But
not like this.
this is not good. He walks straight into Slayer and Dendy to blink forward. And a nice clean kill for them. And they're moving bot. They want this tower.
-2. -2. -2. This Rasta
he's
is
getting
not
stupider. Slayer's getting smarter.
Yeah, he's not gonna have a lot of intelligence to work with in the end, man.
Look at Waga. Just has to TP away instantly. He's like, nope, this is on bot. And that means that they'll finally get that tier 1 in the bot lane.
Yeah, but at the same time, they might... What are they getting at the same time, though? Really, nothing much.
I mean, Eskill's farming jungle. That's some. Got rid of any stacks they've been having, but they stopped stacking once they realized what he was doing.
He's got his drums. That's true, but they're not pressuring anything. And the problem with this lineup is, once you start pushing, you have to commit to these towers. You can't really just kind of get him because of the... I mean, he doesn't have living armor yet, but...
He'll eventually get it. And speaking of him, they know he's around here, but they do not have detection for him. He didn't get the bounty rune. Needs to be careful. Eskill does have the last available. Overgrowth is a little bit paranoid about this. He's got 4 sticky napalm stacks on him right now. They're going to move through. They force a drum charge out. Eskill will escape.
He has sticks, so he should be fine. Queen of Pain rotating towards mid. Panda as well. Does he have Blink? Maybe they... Yeah.
Look at this. They're jumping in. They want this. Stormstorm will go invis. Did they bring detection, though? They'll move across. Dendy knows he's around here. It's too late, though. That should at least secure a push onto this tier 1. But they are looking to respond.
Will it, though? Yeah.
Yup. He's got Echo Slam, and he's got a Blink. Dendy jumps straight into the back line. Hope taking a lot of damage. There's a Global Stance come down. Used by the Sonic Wave. They kill Invoker so quickly. The Eclipse does force the skill away, and the Echo Slam coming out doing next to nothing. Or is it? No, they turn around with it. Dendy dead. And they get the kill on the Zayats. And it looked like it was going to be a clean sweep for Vega. But patience from Cube pays off.
It was a pretty good echo there. They kind of ignored him after the goal as well. He jumped in. He wanted to use that echo earlier. He blinked in, and just as he was about to use it, they used global, so he couldn't do anything there. Kind of unfortunate for him, but overall, they did get a few kills there. They got the call.
It's also like I think people are still underestimating Echo, right? Like I kind of don't know. I was like, well, no, that shouldn't do too much. But I didn't realize how much they stack still. Like, you think they'd actually split at the end of the Global Stance. Like you said, they either kill Earthshake or they respect it. And yeah, it's partly because of the change to Echo Slam with the initial damage again.
Full disrespect to that Shaker, man. Usually you remember people being paranoid about Shaker. We're not gonna push Shaker is alive, something like that. But ever since this hero was nerfed, people have they tried to pick him a few times, but they kinda gave up on it because his echo felt like it just didn't do enough. But he's coming back a bit by bit. He did got buffed a little bit again. Like last 3 patches in a row, he got buffed. Mid lane.
Storm. You're about to get a little stupider too. Gets invis, dust reveal, tornado.
But he's sticking
Slowed down again. Magnus runs over and he's gone. Slayer, he's a very smart boy.
Yeah, he's just making everyone tick down to the level 4 Arcane Curse. He's doing quite a lot. His globals were on point, and again, this guy has a pristine game. Like, he's doing fairly well again. Yeah, it's not really a flashy hero. There's not a lot that he can do besides using his global, but he's finding pickoffs, even with the silencer. So far, so good. Is he playing the true position 5, though, here? He is, isn't he? Nope, they're both kind of sharing that weight. Both the Treant and the silencer, they're buying wards.
Like they are kind of dancing around Dendy right now. This is a game of dancing.
Shaker hiding in the trees.
They're so afraid of him. They are like, they want to find someone at the... Dendy, if you get the perfect initiation and he's next to 2 heroes, great. But otherwise, it's too scary. I know, he's waiting for this. Mag, they need to get a little bit closer. Hopefully he's moving across now. They just need Mag to push past about this point.
Yeah, the Treant is moving from behind. Just scouting them out a bit. Scouting this Nyx. They are smoked up. And it looks like they're moving towards Invoker, but like, what do they expect? It's not like, yeah, it's not like this Invoker is going to continue pushing this. He's going to send his Force Spirits, maybe Electrocute one of those, and most likely port out. Or is he? He's sticking around.
He's not got a TP. Storm's got TP on cooldown for 30 seconds, and they know he's around it. They're still smoked up, moving down. Did go in, Viz. Oh, the dust in the wrong place. No! He'll make it away. Oh, that's got to be so frustrating. Because in the top, Zayats has been dove. And he actually won't survive this. The Infestor makes sure he dies. Sunstrike in case he did walk away in time.
Alright, so they get that Treant at least. I mean, they get the Treant while their Invoker survives. It's pretty good. Very unfortunate with the dust usage there. But at the same time, they missed their scan too. So, yeah. They didn't really have a lot to work with. They kind of expected him to be next to the side shop, which was a good expectation because that's usually where you hide when you're using those forges. But he knew that the smoke was up, so good retreat and good play by Storm overall.
Look at this top. 3 heroes here. Jump in by Dendy. They use the global silence, but the rage came out in time from Wagga. He should be able to move away, or will he? Zayats is chasing. Will root him in spot. Has to arm that up. Now the lasso coming out. Good control. Cube follows up, and they'll find the kill to Dendy. And now, well, Zayats made a mistake. He's here all alone. He'll just try and hold Wagga in place to create the space for Slayer to move away. But, I mean, that's global silence used, and you lose 2 people.
Yeah, it just feels like Vega is not bringing all their force to the fight, to these fights. They're kind of half-assing it. They're trying to take down the snipes. It's only the silence and the pop there.
Stormer. They got a sentry there. Tornado won't buy him enough time.
All right, they're managing to kill Storm though.
You gotta feel bad enough.
Yeah,
He was so close.
Interestingly enough, they're getting this Invoker time after time. Like last game, they killed him twice. The whole game. This game, he's already 5 times dead. So they're doing much better at shutting down this Invoker. But yeah, that Nyx, he's building into that Manta and he's getting closer. He has 2.2k gold and yeah, the Invoker is the one suffering. But this Nyx, if you remember the one that Palantimos made us watch the first game, that beast of a Nyx. This Nyx is looking quite scary. Not really the same item build, but
I'm pretty sure Wagga has like a poster up of that Lifestealer in his room right now. Yeah, like that's his inspiration.
Yeah, he's gonna put it above his bed every time he goes to sleep. He's gonna watch that Nyx build.
It's just like, you know, it's kind of your workout routine. You just have that as inspiration on the wall. Like just like the little speech bubble. One day, if you work out at least 8 hours a day, you could be like me.
Yeah, on bottom lane, Cube and Dandy, they're quite close to each other, but yeah, they pinged each other out. So
it's a little bit too close to the shrine for Dendy to make that move, even with the Orchid.
I think Cube could have made the move, like with the level 12 if he got it. Like with the Sunstrike, maybe he could have soloed.
Oh no, I mean like Dendy can't go for that. Like it's too close to potential reinforcements. Like when an Earthshaker's shown like that as well, you can see he's kind of hiding. You think something's going on.
Storm is running away. All right, this is the first time. The second time that he actually sells this and runs. Yeah,
it's just the outer lanes, okay? It's when he goes mid, this doesn't work out. Anywhere else, though, he makes his escape. And meanwhile, look at this. They've got an Infestor ready. Jump in. No, the blink away by Dendy. They need to actually get him here. They've wasted a lot of time on this.
There was one mistake there. They didn't have a ward to plant. Or they had, but they planted it way too late. They should have waited. They should have went together, plant the ward on the uphill, and then go for that. It would have been so much easier for them. Anyway, they're still committing though. Yeah, they're still committing.
Ward's down. Jump in. Clap comes out. There's global silence. Mag jumps in. They root Wagga in place. He didn't get the rage off in time. The Sonic wave through. They should be able to clean up the armor. Toggle's not good enough. They'll find the kill on the Cube as well, and that will signal for LOTV to get the hell out.
Space for my boy Stormer to split push mid lane.
Here he goes. He's back in the mid, and this time, is he going to die for it? That's the real question. Dendy's coming across now. He has the Orchid at the ready.
As the Orchid, he's ready to catch him, but yeah, just this mid tower, man, just can't get him. It seems it's gonna be denied. So some
they could heal up.
Oh yeah, they could actually. You're right. No reason to deny it. If you have the Treant, you can just.
I mean, it's only 2 points limit armor, but now he's at that stage where he's going to start maxing it out as he's got the Leech Seed and the Nature's Guys maxed.
Definitely. You don't want to... Actually, what was I thinking? You don't want to deny the towers when you have the Treant. You just want to heal them up, just as you said.
I'd imagine if they did. Huh?
You should be the analyst here. I'm
okay, so I'll analyze for you. What they just done is they just clicked on the bot tower. And it turns out Luna's very good at hitting buildings.
All right, she has her BKB. By the way, I'm here stuck pressing F2 and F3, guys. Oh my god. It's disgusting. So I have Fog of War all the time.
Oh, it's top.
Top lane.
Sans comes out. They'll get Hovedy.
I don't need Fog of War to know that Hovy's gonna die there. Like he's...
They're pinging. They want Dendy instead, though. They want some vengeance here.
Cube is close
Oh,
enough.
there we go. They jump in. They got Lasso as well. They hold him on the Sunstrike, but share with the creeps. Has to use the Echo Slam, but they'll clean it up. A little bit more than they were hoping to commit for that, and they might pay a price because Mag's come around the back now. Clap goes out. Eskel trying to push him away, but he's slowed up so much here. And guess who just got some more of your in?
Cube, you lucky. And like, he was gonna die there as well. Treant was right on top of him, ready to slam him, but...
speaking of luck, a rune appears in front of the Roche bit.
And Roche, not only two. So...
Well, that's the thing. It's the DD in front of Roche. It's the typical thing. And they know the Echo Slam is on cooldown now, so they're not feeling that threatened.
This is just
You?
disgusting.
Is he going to go? Is he going to go? Fisher?
Fisher?
Blinks in. Oh, he steals it. He gets it. Q. But now you might have to give your life. They've got dust. There's no way you get out. But at least he makes sure that Luna doesn't get it. That's the important part. Oh, you beast of a man. Yeah,
and
he's a little bit dumber now as well. Like, I mean, he felt smart making that play. Now he feels a little bit stupid.
I mean, it's...
Bot. Stormstormer. Sonic Wave. Doing a lot of damage. The Orchid's on top of him. The Global Science as well. They're committing a lot for this. But they'll get the kill. The Scream of Pain ensuring it.
Overall, I'm not so certain how worth it is for Cube there. Like, he gives away 300 gold to the carry. He takes the Aegis, yeah, so...
But
I mean,
it wasn't a snatch. They did get the kill as well.
Yeah, I mean... Overall, you want to do that, I suppose. You want to steal that Aegis because it's much harder to play versus a team that's carrying that. So, overall, it opens up the game a bit for them right now. They can still go for these kills. They can still go for pickoffs. If Luna had it, like, it would be so difficult stopping them from pushing. In that aspect, it's alright.
They might try and push, then kill Escalov first. Mag, this is the same place he died last time. Lucent Beam, hold him in place, slowed way too much. And now they can push on this tier 1. And like I said, that's the exact same place he died last time. This is not learning from your mistakes.
Pretty much. I mean, he's creating space. We talked about this. He's more of a position 4 in this team than Cube, honestly. And he's creating so much space. And network-wise, Cube has taken over. Like, yeah, what's stopping Eskel from doing exactly what the Search Shaker is doing? Like, he could have been there. He could have farmed it. But no, he's farming these dangerous positions. He's farming very deep. He's farming aggressively. And because of that, he creates enough of space for his team and for his Shaker to be as farmed as he is. So, yeah, you die, but overall, your team is kind of at least benefiting from it.
Echo Slam comes out. There's a follow-up. The enchant turn, stun in place. The Sunstrike, they'll clean him up.
And if your position 4 is gonna do just like that, if he's gonna do that, like, it's worth it. It's worth dying for him.
They're not done. They want more. They're spotting under a ward. They did invest. Keeps gonna come by. Last reveal. Zayat's in a little bit of trouble here. The reveal on top of him. And the Fisher control is good. They'll clean him up. Looking for more. Tornado catches on the Luna. She's got the BKB available. She might be forced to use it. Has to, but the lasso straight away. No chance she gets the Eclipse out. Taking a lot of damage. Gets dragged down to the low ground. The Eclipse finally coming out. Hovedy being chased onto. This poor post 5 support suffers. Well, Wagga. He rages up, chasing for more. The Global Science out, but Luna low on HP. Has to stand and fight, but Wagga, he hits much harder right now. Wagga will clean him up. Looking for more, but the Cyclone comes out, chasing through. They ping it on. They want to try and catch Mag in time. He blinks away. He does not have the mana to work with.
He has.
Gonna push him back. They should be able to get in time for the enchant term. And now it looks like Mag's is gonna die as well.
Yeah, very well played from LOTV, but at the same time, what's making Vega take these fights in which their Queen of Pain is already dead and picked off? Like, it's basically fighting, and it's not basically, it is fighting 4 versus 5, so no one forced their hand to engage there. They could have fallen back. They lost the Queen of Pain, then they lost the tree, and just as that fight was starting. And the worst part is their global silence was on cooldown for 15 more seconds. I mean, it's just sloppy from them. They could have waited. They just feel like They're much stronger than they truly are, honestly. That's the thing. And this Shaker, he's capitalized on that. He has his Etherlands now as well. This guy, he can continue soloing Dandy time after time. Yeah, you have the BKB, but oh, the
he might try.
Good. The sentries are good.
They
This could be a perfect debate. Yeah.
There we go. Silenced in, trying to move away in time. Look at the curse out as well.
No dust.
Have got the Sonic Wave. They'll throw it out. Oh, it's so close. He will still tick out, though. It looks like Cube should die, or is he? Yes, the final tick does go with the Shadow Strike, and Dendy will just TP away after using the BKB. He has left Slayer behind, though. But Luna's here. Stormstormer.
He's not truly alone.
They don't know.
Though.
Yeah, Stormstormer doesn't know. He'll reveal it finally. They use the dust. They'll just jump on him. The Yules comes out. When he comes down, he needs some backup. Eskil moving in. The BKB comes out. There's the last control of Palantimos. But Lifestealer ruined in place this way. Can't do much. He'll kill off Eskil. And he'll turn around and look for Wagger as well. He's all alone here. Has to fence up just to escape. But they know which one's real, and they'll deny it. They'll bring him out. They'll use Lucent Beam. Sans as well is going to pop. He needs to use the Rage right now. Rude. He'll die.
-4 this time, actually. It's not -2 any longer.
Got those talents up.
Sweet. Yeah, sweet. I mean, taking +2 intelligence steal on a silencer that's not a core is kind of questionable, but taking 4 intelligence away from your enemies is quite good. Overall, they should have communicated better. They knew that the sentry was there. Shaker just ran right into it, and then Invoker ran into the same exact sentry. It wasn't really like maybe a miscommunication there. Maybe they just didn't realize.
It also kind of puts into perspective how vulnerable the lifesteal still is, right? Because before we saw him kind of dominant and he looked very scary, but you can see without that backup, he doesn't do much.
Yeah, if they give Vega the chance to kite him around, they will.
Oh, this is perfectly done. Lantimos already taking the tower. They're using the Cyclones to keep the bat right away. The meatball comes out, the cold snap, but no connection to Plantimos. And now the jump in by Dendy, trying to get this kill to Hovedy. Looks like he's going to live with a 1. And now Dendy needs to be careful. The Global Silence comes out. He can chase for more if he wants to, but needs to be careful because Wagger has arrived. They'll secure the racks. They're going so deep. Palantimos! The Eclipse plus BKB allows him to get the kill to bat run. He'll be able to move away, but they'll have to leave behind Slayer. They don't mind, though. The buyback's forced as well. And the Yules follow up. You're just going to get the supports, but you've lost your racks. Definitely not worthwhile for LOTV.
You lost your, like, what? You lost your supports, but you took the Raxes. You forced Hovey to buy back as well. I mean, you don't really care about Hovey any longer, but still, taking those Raxes, not even use... Yeah, she did use BKB. She dove so hard. But I'm pretty certain Vega is more than pleased with how that went.
Grim tidings, because that is exactly what you won't want to be seeing at this point, right? Like, Lifestealer, he's not hitting hard enough yet. The Luna proving that she is.
Yeah, but everything started with that good sentry bait on Cube on bottom lane. Like, these teams, yeah, you'll catch them off guard once or twice with your Shadow Blade, with your Blink Echo, but that's gonna happen once. After that, they're gonna make a play that's gonna be completely counter that. And that sentry on the bottom lane, like MVP of everything that just happened, is a Slayer with that sentry. 100%, because it opened everything up. Like, they killed the Shaker, they killed the Invoker, and they went and transitioned into a high ground push off of that. Like, just... Yeah, amazing plays from Vega.
Yeah, it's that kind of thing. It's like, this isn't a pop stack. They're not going to keep, like I said, falling for the same trick again and again. And that means, like, there's only so much you can do unexpected on Nerf Shaker. You can still make these big plays, but you're going to have to dangle someone as bait as time goes on. And look at the smoke.
It's gonna get harder for him. They're not just gonna go and outpush these lanes with the solo co-op or anyone like that any longer. They're always gonna be together. And
Vega,
speaking of being together, they're smoked up.
Yeah.
They're going.
They might catch the smoke of LOTV here. They're coming around the back right now. The scan comes out, which means LOTV knows someone's close by. Who's gonna break the smoke though? Slayer? They'll be first one to reveal. The lasso comes out. They'll try and jump him straight away, but Wagger instead on the spot. Oh, sorry, we're in a lot of trouble because the root and now chasing through the Sonic Wave, but Palantimos hits a lot harder than Waggy. He needs to move away, but not quick enough. They'll kill off Eskil as well. Chasing more. Stormstormer, nice definite blast, but Zayat's moving around the side. He's already used the Overgrowth, so he can't hold them on this spot right now, and Cube will blink away, but Stormstormer, he's the last man out. Can he make it? No! The blink gets interrupted by Denny with a scream of pain. The Yule's being used. The clap down, the silence, he's gone. And in your base, this is Tiffles. They're being attacked right now. This is a huge blunder, a huge error. And Cube, he's got a TP, but he's not leaving. He's hanging around.
Alright, he actually thought about going on them there, but realized maybe that they have a gem or something, so opted not to. It's very easy for them to catch them from now on. There's a gem on Brewmaster. And that fight, it started off all right for them. They caught that silencer. There was no global because of that, but they just won a team fight without even using global silence. Naix just got destroyed by that Luna. He just got destroyed.
It's not just the Luna, it's the overgrowth. Like, the roots. That's what's stopping him from doing anything.
Yep. He did use Manta there to get out of it, but it just wasn't enough.
And now the buyback comes out from Stormstormer. They know they cannot deal with Mega Creeps at this point in the game. Tornado does connect on the Trin. Have they got follow-up? He's got Overgrowth coming off cooldown. They need to kill him right now. The Cold Snap coming out, trying to chase across. The Hex already being used on the Brewmaster. He'll get this slid out. They've already got rid of the tower. Palandamos will just start hitting buildings though, and so will the Brew. In the meantime, Zayats goes deep, use the Overgrowth. Forced bait on top of him means that they'll be able to get the buildings and get everyone out. Zayats, is he going to be just as lucky? The 4 staff to safety. It looks like they're not going to lose anyone for this. Eskel trying to move forward. He has got the blink. He'll jump in. Nope. No detection. They turn around the roof. The Lucid Beam coming out the science as well. Eskel is going to get low and he will dive. Then he jumps in and gets a kill on the Hobbity as well. The Echo Slam. No cube. He used it in the wrong place. The Cataclysm coming out. The BKB as well. Dendy getting low. But Palandamos, he stands his ground and he jumps for more. Wagga, he can't stand and fight. He tries to retreat and he pays the price. And the buybacks, they fly out. But the damage is already done to your net worth, to your base, and probably to your confidence as well.
Yeah, buybacks after buyback after buyback after buyback, but it's not gonna matter because they're playing against Megas. And last game, like most of these games, there were some heroes that could deal with Megas, but not this game. Like you have Invoker, he can sort of deal with it, but not truly. And this Nyx, he has Maelstrom, but it's gonna be super hard for them to walk out. Like, no one is giving up, even if they have Megas, by the way. So far, in this tournament, no one gave up after being Megas. But
it's the best of 3. You're in the 3rd game. You know, you're all in at this point. There's no reset, go again. But things are about to get 10 times harder because they are now taking Roche. And
yeah,
this Luna, she's unstoppable. She's got a Satanic already. We saw how hard it was to kill her before she has that. Now she's got an Aegis as well.
Yeah, now you can't even lasso and kill her. Like, she has Aegis, Satanic, BKB, Manta. Very unlikely that they get her. So, even if you can shoot through her once, you're not going to be able to do it twice. And you have no buybacks. So, they're going to put a... Like, let's give them a benefit of the doubt. They can do it. Let's go, LOTV. Let's go, boys!
Alright.
If Vega can't taught you anything, is that you can come back from these situations.
You already used the Tornado, though. Now you have no way of slowing down Plantimos. He gets the tier 4. He'll just move in. He's like, fine, I'll just stand here. I've got a BKB if you commit too hard. And if I get it close to down, there's a split coming out. Wagga jumps in. The BKB out from Plantimos. Wants to stand and fight. The Meatball not doing any damage because that BKB, they just need to get rid of the Luna, but they can't. And the game is done. Vega, they take this series 2-1. And they are going through to phase 2 with a convincing 3rd game.
Wagga camp did not work. They didn't learn enough. Feels bad.
Isn't that kind of on you because you're Wagga camp? Did you not teach people? Have you been like holding back information?
All of them have been teaching, actually, all of them.
But you were as well. You were there as well, okay? Don't try this on me, Liz.
Alright. I was there too. I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Man, guys, if my analysis in this game was kind of off, like, I had a huge issue. F1 is binded to my hero. And I pressed F2, and after pressing F2, F2 is like fog for Dire, and F3 is fog for Radiant. So I had to keep on switching between 2 fogs to even analyze. It was all right, I guess. It didn't matter too much. Everyone was moving kind of a similar position, so whatever. Anyways, nice performance by both of these teams, honestly. Like LOTV, they picked this Shaker. I didn't think it was gonna do a lot, but Q played well. Sadly for him, he got debated into that sentry on the bottom lane. I honestly believe if he managed to get a pick off, like it could have went the other way so easily if they just managed to get that pick off on the bottom lane on Queen of Pain one more time. If that sentry was maybe a little bit late, or if he decided not to go for the same play once again. Yep.
I mean, it was like, to be honest, we had some very back and forth game in the first and second game. And LeftOneTV, they had that strike, right? We saw Keep fantastic first Echo Slam coming out. That big impact definitely like bolstered. Like level 1 Echo Slam for a while was weak as hell, but that was a good one. Yep. Thanks to those buffs. Then he follows up that fantastic Shadowblade play. But like you said, there's only so long against a good team like Vega you're going to get away with using the same tactic again and again.
I mean, yeah. Also, first picking Invoker. This Queen of Pain just destroyed him on mid. I mean, he did come back. He did come back fairly fast as well. Like, Queen of Pain was level almost 7 when he was almost 6, so it wasn't too horrible. He wasn't like crushed. They had to commit that Shaker to mid to help him out a bit, but overall he did fine. But they just had a better composition of heroes to deal with that this time. They had this global silence, and yep, they had a Quap on the lane to deal with him. So
they did focus out on Invoker. It paid off, and as a result, Vega will go through to phase 2. Commiserations to LeftOneTV. They fought well, but I mean, sadly pipped at the post twice, as they did lose out to Gang Squad, I believe it was yesterday. But that's it from us here on the BTS channel for today. Summer Cup Phase 1 has been rounded out, but Phase 2 begins tomorrow. So there will be more games to play. I believe there's a few series. I don't think we had a caster assigned to that yet, but there should be three best of threes playing tomorrow. You've got Wind and Rain versus Vega, Alliance versus Double Dimension, and then basically whoever wins those first 2 games will face off, round out the day. So be sure to tune in that. I've been Killer Pigeon, assisted by the beautiful analysis of Lizard. Till next time, guys.